Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. Nicole is a moron. That's it. Just Nicole is a moron. I don't understand this woman. I really don't. So EJ comes over and, he brings over some ice cream or whatever just to hang out and chill and, a little bit extra. And so they start to get into it. She pulls away. And then, she says that she's, she feels more of a slut than she already is or something like that. And then she tells EJ that she had sex with Rafe. And I'm just like, what the hell is wrong with you? I mean, she already told Chloe. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, once you have more than one person that knows a secret, it's going to come out sooner or later. It's going to come out sooner or later. And as she says this, she's like, just don't tell anyone. You can't tell Rafe, no one can sit there and know. Okay, Nicole. How did that little, secret thing work out last time? Oh, wait, you don't have a wedding ring on your finger. That's how it worked out the last. I'm just looking at her like, the minute she told EJ, I was like, you goddamn moron. You are. She swears him to secrecy, and he says yes. And you know what? It doesn't even matter, because the truth is going to come out sooner or later. And speaking on the other side, you got Rafe that, I was going to sit there and say I hate saying this, but it's acting like the classic dirtbag. He apologized to Ava, and I'm like, I'm writing it down. Apologize for what? What are you apologize? You gonna come clean? You gonna man out? You gonna tell her the truth? Nah, you're not gonna do that. I want, he pretty much apologized for accusing her of Carmine's, death and everything like that, and going back to her old ways, and she's like, it's fine, it's just how it is, it's my name, and I get it. So they start kissing and stuff like that. And he pulls away, and she thinks, it's too soon. He's like, yeah, that's it. It's just a little too soon. You just gotta kind of, take things a little slow. So, she agrees to back off, take things slow. She feels guilty for, pushing him. In reality, he is just being a dirtbag. So, yep. But she did sit there and say she was going after Gabby. And, she's like, for you, I'll back down or whatever. Rafe is like, oh, she could be a lot. Really, Rafe? She can be a lot? Then I sit there and think, once again, it's not the first time he sat there and cheated on a woman. And then was all like, I want her back and blah, 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 blah. And yeah. Okay, Rafe. I actually liked him, too. I mean, I can't sit there and say I dislike him, but I'm not liking what he's doing right now. Like, he's just coming across as a scumbag. Gwen. What can I sit there and say about this character? She talks to Kristen. Kristen tells her, you're going to help me get out. How the hell is that going to happen? And then Kristen, tells her, hey, listen, it wasn't Xander that, it wasn't Sarah that broke her heart. It was me and a Sarah mask. So she tells her the whole story. And she's like, all right, you're going to break me out. And, Gwen was all like, oh, I don't believe anything that you say. And, Kristen's like, all right, well, I guess we'll just leave it up to Xander. And the minute that Xander finds out, well, he won't even sit there and remember your name at that point. You'll just be a distant memory. Or you can have me break out and he'll never have to know. I'm sitting there thinking, Gwen, why are you just all in shambles, crying and stuff like that? You know, you're gonna go to the big house, and you know, it's gonna be over. You know, and you're going to jail, and then you somehow got out. So what did your dumbass decide to do? I think I'll sit down and help Kristen to sit there and save my relationship. On top of that, I guess you learned nothing from blackmail, didn't you? You learned absolutely nothing from blackmail. You had a doctor who just blackmailed you, and you could have told the truth, and it led you down this rabbit hole of you going to jail, and Xander going to jail, and then you got out. You're all free. And what happens again? Yep. You're going to just let this woman blackmail you. Were you like the master of schemery? Like, what happened? I don't understand it. I feel like that's sort of like a TV trope where it's like the minute that the good person, the hero becomes, you know, the villain becomes a hero, all their zazz, their pizzazz is just gone. Just gone. So, you know, that's awesome. Now, we're in this whole, like, oh my God, I'm really trying with this whole possession thing, and don't get me wrong, there was certain stuff I liked. I mean, it was creeped me out, but, you know, I also like being scared because I'm a horror fan. And then we just went into just stupid territory. Now, I get it. You know, the devil could sit there and change into many things and people and animals and change people into birds and cats and dogs and all this other stuff. And that's all good and great. Now we're at this point where we're having parallel version Kristen, I'm going to call her, you know, possessed by, you know, like the devil, whatever, trying to tempt John into betraying his vows while Marlena's in the other room tied up. What does she do? She just keep a bunch of these chains around with her? Or like, never mind, she could just, or, you know, you could just make up stuff, whatever. But, you know, she's sitting there trying to tempt him, talk about, oh, you love me, you saved me way back when, and, you know, you go to this really old clip of, I guess, the actress that played Kristen at one point, and, you know, John, he had brunette hair, and, anyway, I guess there was a scene where he, it was a scene where he saved Kristen from a mugging. And, you know, he seems like he's starting to kind of, you know, fall for her or whatever. And I'm just like, how are you falling for her? I don't know how this possession storyline worked in the 90s. And I get that you had to have a certain level of disbelief. But the fact that even he was like, oh, yeah, you know, I remember or whatever. Like, you know, he was tempted for a little bit. Like, what are we doing? You know who that is. Are you just, like, dehydrated and just, like, you haven't been, you know, fed in a couple of days and you're just a little delirium? Or, like, delirious? Like, what's going on with you? But then he snaps out of it. He's like, no, you're the devil and I'm not going to betray my love and yada, yada, yada. And, you know, she's like, well, you know, I can sit there and be patient and wait. Patient and wait for what? What is going to change with... Okay. Alright. Forgot exactly what I'm sitting there talking about. So... apparently, I guess, the devil goes back in Marlena's body. Because I was watching this really crappy cut. So I think what wound up happening was at the end, devil goes back in Marlena's body. Susan is just sitting there. And, you know, devil's like, well, I got some more corruption to do. And, I got a lot of naughty, bad stuff to do. So, why don't you just wait here, just hang out, chill, and, you know, I'll be back in a little bit, you know. So I'm sitting there thinking, so you're just going to leave Susan, like, unrestrained, right? I mean, I guess you must really think that lowly of Susan to just leave her not even, like, tied up. I mean, knotted up, some Boy Scout way of tying people up, like nothing, just, okay, cool. I'm sitting there thinking, so John, how fast could you actually teach her how to pick a lock? Because that's what we're going to need now. We're going to need her to pick a lock, so we're going to need you to tell her how to pick a lock. That should be fun. Yeah, that should be fun. And the last scene is Xander sitting talking to Maggie about Sarah, and you know, he was like, I'm happy for her because, you know, I'm in love with Gwen. And he asked her, like, hey, listen, I need you to sit there and speak up to Jack, you know, try to repair the relationship. And at first Maggie was like, listen, I don't mess with her, you know, I'm on Team Abby, like, I'm not about that life, she did some terrible things, and, you know, Xander was like, you know, I was bad too, and, you know, you know, it was a lot different and stuff like that. And so he convinces her to speak to Jack for Gwen. I do like their relationship. That's something I do like. I do like their relationship between Xander and Maggie. I do like their friendship. It's nice to see. It's sort of like, you know, Xander and Jack. Like I like their relationship together. So anyway, Xander gets back and he tells Gwen the good news that, you know, listen, I got somebody to speak for you, you know, as far as trying to repair your relationship with your dad. So, you know, things are going to work out, and wait and see. Now, of course, Gwen is like, you know, she's like, I wish you didn't do that. Because now she's like, alright, I guess I'm going to have to sit there and take Kristen's offer of being blackmailed once again, because clearly I'm an idiot, and I didn't learn a damn thing in the last 2 weeks of, you know, smelling like jail. Yep. I think that's about it. If I missed anything, please write it down in the comment section below. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. I did kind of watch a crappy version on here. So I don't know if I really got everything, but if I missed anything, please write it down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video.